Hey, this is Curtis, founder of Into the Body. So I wanted to say this time that we all have the answer. A lot of people are asking a lot of questions now that we have the internet and you can go on Google and type in, how do I find my purpose? How do I find my passion? What is my path? And the funny thing is that people want the answer from people who don't have them. The problem is that everyone has the answer, but the answer is within you. So I think what people should start focusing on more is asking the right questions. Because if you ask the right questions, you can find the right answer. And you have to ask yourself these questions. I wrote down some questions. I'll give you 3 questions that you can ask yourself and find the answer to. One is, what activities make you happy? As we get older, we get in relationships, we get jobs, more responsibility, and through all that hustle, we lose our core, which is our talents and our arts and our creations. So what activities make you happy? Because everybody wants to be happy. Maybe not all the time, there's a good balance, but everybody wants to be happy. So how do you get back into doing those activities that made you happy in the first place so you can get back to your core values? That's something I can't answer. That's something nobody can answer for you. That's something you have to dig deep inside of you and figure out what it is that you used to do or at some point did that made you happy, that you probably have some type of resentment for not doing it. Ask yourself, what activities make you happy? The second one I wrote down, what's important in your life right now? See, some people might be buying a house. Some people, it might be finding a new job. Some people, it might be losing weight. Some people, it might be writing a book. The reason why I put right now at the end of that sentence, what's important in your life right now, is because 5 years down the road, what's important in your life right now is going to be different than what's important in your life right now. It's important to know what's important in your life right now, because then you know what path to follow. Then you know what steps you need to take. Then you know what information you need to gather. Then you can act upon that information and start creating a life and going down a path. The path is going to change. The freeways are going to merge into different freeways, but the path is still the same. It's focusing on what's important in your life right now and how can I fix that? How can I make that happen? Third question I'm going to give you. What could I do to make a difference in my life? That's a good question to give yourself. You got to think about, like, what's bothering me. What's bothering me right now? Like, what is it? Like, you know, if your biggest problem in life is you're stressed at work. And the question is, what could I do to make a difference in my life? Well, if your biggest problem is work, you can start looking for another job. Or you can figure out what it is that you don't like and what you would expect there. You want to figure out what it is that you can do to make a big impact. What's the one change you can make to make the biggest impact on your life? A lot of us worry about the little things and, we want more and more, but we don't ask, what can I do to make the biggest impact in my life? What is the one thing that if I was able to change that, life would be just a little bit better? If I had a little bit more time to enjoy more of the activities that I like doing, life would be just a little bit better. If I could just find time to get into the studio and record that song and have that song recorded, life would be just a little bit better. Everyone's one thing that they have to change or that they could do to make a big impact in their life is going to be different. That's why no one has the answer for you. A lot of people won't tell you, I don't have the answer. But here's the question you should be asking. In order to self-help, you have to help yourself. So the questions you have are great questions. But they have to be answered by you. You can get help tweaking the questions and maybe asking better questions and get ideas of what questions to ask yourself, but ultimately you have the answer. You have the answer, you have the action, and you have to put it in motion. The answer and the action. Find the right questions. Answer the right questions. And take action. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Watch the video again. Write down these questions for real. Go home. Whenever you have some time to yourself, a few hours, write down those questions. Don't worry about the time. Don't think about doing anything else. If you need to take a break, come back, and don't think about anything else when you come back, and seriously think about those questions and answer them. And then take action.